Hey, what up? My name is Enigma, and today I'm gonna give you the basics of POE2 trade site. I'm gonna give you some tips, hot tips, that will give you a better outcome whenever you search for things on the trade site. Now, if you don't know or you're new to POE, this is exactly the video for you. I'm gonna give you a breakdown of all of the basic things that you need to know to generate way more doubloons than you currently have, so pay attention. First things first, let's go into a step-by-step. So whenever you open the trade site, it'll probably look a lot more like this. And you have a search function over here, which you can use to type in whatever. Let's say we want a waystone tier. Let's say best way to do it, by the way, if you put tier, let's say whatever tier you want. I want tier 3 because I've been farming for 5 hours and I still can't sustain the maps. Put tier 3, waystone, click on it, boom. That's how you find that. You direct whisper them. The way this works is you need to be in game. You make sure, by the way, that this is POE2 standard over here and online only, and that way you can generate the best results. Obviously, if you're on POE2 hardcore, you need to swap that and it will swap the markets. But yes, make sure you do that. It's on the right function. You press direct whisper because you want this item. It will whisper them in game and they will either decide to invite you or not. That's how that generally works. Now let's go back into the type filters. You've got item rarity over here, which is basically whatever you want to deterministically search. If you want just rare items, you click on rare. If you want just magic items, you click on magic. Pretty self-explanatory stuff here. And you also have the item category. So let's say, for example, I want body armor. Then it will just search for body armor, which is quite handy stuff. And I want body armor that's rare, so it will generate body armors that are only rare. Okay, now that you know that, let's talk about the item level a little bit. Now, I know there's a whole meme with the item level with Elon Musk, item level 55, level 54, and it's an okay item, and it's like the most broken, disgusting thing you've ever seen in your life. Yes, that is true. However, you need to know that some item levels act as a condition that you need to meet to be able to roll higher tiers or higher tier modifiers on these specific items. You can go to a website like POE2DB, and this will generally give you an idea of whatever level that you need and what you can actually roll on the specific items. But that goes into the more crafting side of things, which I don't want to talk about in this video. So yeah, that's all you need to know. That item level is a condition that you need to meet for crafting. But yeah, generally speaking, the mods is what's the most important thing, and more mods, the better, as Elon Musk says. Anyway, equipment filters. Let's go to the next category here. As you can see, we've got a lot of stuff here, but it's really not that scary. We've got, for example, I want body armor, that is rare, and I just want 350 evasion as a minimum. So you put in the value of minimum or maximum to which you want it to search by. So I want evasion, that's 350. And I'm like a monk, so I just want evasion. I don't want any armor. I don't want any energy shield. Oh, but this searches armor and evasion rating. Oh no, how do I avoid this? Well, if you go back and let's say you don't want any armor, all you need to do is press 1. If you type 1 in here as a maximum, it will generate only evasion bases. So that's how you solve that problem. It will only generate the evasion bases. However, as you can see, it's only showing 100 results out of 10,000 plus, and that is way too much. But we will get into how you can optimize the search function and make sure you're getting the right thing for yourself. Okay, next thing. We've got level requirements. This is very good when you're leveling an old character or anything like that. You can type in the minimum level. Let's say I want that to be level 10. Let's see if there's anything that actually comes up. Oh, there we go. You can use that at required level. This is bugging out clearly, but yeah, requirement, it's self-explanatory stuff. You can put that, make sure that's 1010. It will generate item level, required level 10, and as you can see here, you can buy this and it's got some fire, life res, and you can further quantify that by using the stat filter. But yeah, anyway, let's go to the next one. Waystone filters. This is very nice. You can actually search it on the search function. You've got Waystone, for example, tier 1. You can't actually search that, but you can do tier 1. Just like that, it will search the Waystone. Or you can go into the Waystone filters. And let's say I want Waystone 3 because I've been farming for 6 hours straight and I still can't sustain my maps. Yeah, you just put in there and you can whisper whoever you want, and that's how that works. Then you have miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is used for generally two things. We've got gem level. Let's say we want a gem level 20. Well, you type in whatever gem that you need over here. Let's say we want Archmage. Archmage, because otherwise it will come up with results like Ancestral Warrior Totem, blah, blah, blah. On Earth, we want Archmage level 20, and it will only come up with Archmage level 20. That's how you do that. Then you, what you can do is, by the way, if you put a minimum gem level 21, Archmage, it will come up with the level 21. And let's say, for example, you want a level 20 gem because they're generally cheaper, and you want to get level 21, but you don't have the money for it, right? You just put non-corrupted, search that, it will generate more results, and it will be generally cheaper. So you can buy that and corrupt it yourself, try your luck, whatever you want to do. But that's how that works. This doesn't really matter. So let's go into a little bit more of, let's just basically discuss the meat of this. Okay, so we've covered the left hand side. Now we talk about the stat filters. Stat filters is a way for you to deterministically generate outputs that you are looking for. So specific prefixes and suffixes that you're looking for. For example, I want just life on this. And I want, let's say, belts. Belt is easy to understand. I want belts that is rare, and I want maximum life, and I want minimum 100. And let's say I want light resistance on it, and I want some fire resistance on it, and I want some cold resistance on it. Okay, so let's search that up. Let's see what that gives us. Right, okay, so it's given me belts and charm slots. Okay, charm slots 1. It's given me some life, fire, cold. Okay, so this seems pretty good. That seems 1 exalt. This is how you search that. This is the basics of the stat filtering. Okay, so how do we get better items? Let's say you calculate that you need 15 light res, 20 fire res, and 20 cold res. Let's see what that gives us. Does it lower our search pool? Yes, it does. Okay, but it's 10 exalts. As you can see, we are ramping highly in the way things are costing, the price of everything. Okay, so what if I want a specific amount of charm slots? Well, the way you do that, if you use this function right here, you can actually search the charm slot. Let's say we want 3. What will that give us? No results, unfortunately. 2. No results, unfortunately. Interesting. Boom, we've got 3 charm slots. And that's how you do that. Now, the way you do this, by the way, what I just did was I used the search function, and this is the best thing you can use whenever you search and get better at filtering your items, especially at the start of the league. You use this function called tiled, but it's basically this thing, okay? It's this thing. I don't really know how to explain it for. It's not a dash, okay? This is how dash looks like. If you use this on your keyboard, you can search anything you want, and it will search for any item. The way I can explain it a little bit better, let's say you're looking for a bow, okay? But you forgot the type of advanced bow that you're looking for, and you don't want to alt tab out into the game. Well, if I just search advanced bow with this function, guess what I get? I get every single keyword with bow and advanced if I type in this function. If I don't, then this comes. And we don't want that. we want to remember which bow we actually want. So let's say, for example, I want an advanced dual string bow. Now I'll save for Y later, but let's say I can search that. Let's say we clear this and we are looking for an advanced dual string bow. The reason why is because it gives us an implicit called bow attacks fire an additional arrow. Now this is an item that has an implicit that is called the dual string bow. The names over here don't really matter. Those are randomly generated, okay? These mercenaries, infusings, speaking, this is all random stuff, okay? What's not random is advanced dual string bow. As you can see, advanced dual string bow. Advanced dual string bow. And what I'm trying to hammer here is that you've got the normal bases, you've got advanced bases, and you've got expert bases. Okay. What does this give us? Again, expert dual string bow. Expert dual string bow. These are the tiers of the more advanced base types of items. Okay, expert being the highest one, then you go lower, advanced, then you've got normal. Okay, now what I want you to do is when you're searching for these items, what you want to do is you want to lower down the search pool, but you want to make sure that it's searched for the right thing, for the best value for what you search. Okay, so the way you do that is you don't actually type the function in here, advanced bow. You don't want to do that. No, you don't even want to search for dual string bow. The reason for that is that it will just come up with a way more search results than you need. What you want to do is you want to make that lower. So if you use the function that I told you about and you say you want an implicit bows fire an additional arrow, if you put that in, it will come up with all of the base types in game, including advanced, normal, and expert as well. So you can see that's one way of you maximizing your search result, okay, but outputting way more specific things that you actually need. And this will lower down the price and you will get way more bang for your buck, or whatever you want to say, whenever you search for these things. Okay. Now, why do we actually, another reason why we use this function instead of everything else, if I just put implicit on here, implicit, let's say we want spirit to spirit. As you can see, nothing happens. That's because I spelled it incorrectly, but regardless, nothing happens. Implicit to spirit. However, if I put implicit to spirit, it will come up. And this is useful when it comes to saving time. When it comes to searching for something more specific, like charms. Oh my god. Charms. You can put charm slots. However, if you put charm slot, it will just come up like this. And you don't have to worry about it. The next thing I want to tell you, which will also save you a lot of time, and this is more of like meta crafting and making sure that you have the best value for anything that you search. It's called the weighted sum. Everything in this game has like a weight sum value to it. So let's say you want a belt. Okay, so let's say you want fire res on it and you want light res on it. Resistance, and let's say you want cold res on it. Okay, if you search it by searching it normally through the stat filter, it will only come up with the certain fixed value that you've put in as a minimum or a maximum. It won't search for anything else. Unfortunately, it won't look for every other type of combination. It will only combine whatever you search that is fixed. So the way you can actually avoid that and get the most maximized search outcome is by doing the weighted sum instead. If you put down the belt, and let's say you want to weight this as 1, and the total value, you say you want that as 60. So I basically want, by any means necessary, I want a total of firelight or cold res to 60. This will give you the most optimized search. And as you can see, it is low in price. Let's say, for example, we want to step that up a notch and we want life on it. Okay. To life, we want 100 life on it. And that's very important for us. So we want to determine life 100 as a minimum, and we want fire cold. And the best thing about this, because we're using weighted sum and put that to 60 as a minimum, we've got 64. It will tell you how much fire and cold you have. It will tell you exactly that 34 plus 26 equals to 60. And it has the life in there. And you can get some really, really good gear by just using the functions that I have taught you today. So yeah, go ahead, practice this. This will give you the best outcome whenever you're searching for things. Okay. So yeah, make sure that you use these tips, and let me know how it worked for you. If there's anything else that you want me to make, let me know. But otherwise, bye bye.